Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people. My name is Francine, and I'm here with my channel, The Hermetic Herald, for another channeled message. So I wanted to get on here and do a couple of readings. I wanted to do more so snapshot readings before I get into the longer messages. So you might see this come out before I do the longer ones. I do have one coming in to continue with One Direction. So do not despair, or do not get disappointed if you don't see that today when this comes out. I'm doing this on December 21st, 2023, but I have plenty that I need to get out there. It just takes time to edit and such, but I am working on One Direction among others. So I wanted to just come on here and do a quick one because I feel like there's so many readings that are very to the point. I feel like I need to start doing more readings that are kind of like 10, 15, 20 minutes at most, and then get into the longer ones for you guys, because I'm starting to do memberships and I want to also provide more exclusive content to people that are members or people that are subscribers and such, so that they have their own thing, and then I also have something coming through for everyone else as well, which will still have a lot of content. So let's see what comes through for us today. I wanted to focus on Timothee Chalamet and Taylor Russell. I wanted to see the nature of the relationship because this was something that was requested a while back. I have a lot of readings that were requested a while back. So let's see what happened with these two. Let's look at past and current energies with regards to them. So we're going to do a similar spread that I've done in the past where I look at their internal and external feelings towards each other, and then we'll move on into like healing messages if that arises. But I wanted to do it a little bit quicker than usual, with the same content, but just right off the rip, whatever comes to mind. So Timothee and Taylor Russell, let's get into it. There's the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so there's love there, there's a sweetness, there's like a fun, flirtatious energy there between the two of them, at least at some point. So let's keep going. What is Timothee's external feeling in the past? External feelings in the past. What is his, ooh, okay, interesting. That's there, that's interesting. So what was his internal feelings in the past? Whoa. What is his external feelings right now? What is his internal feeling currently? I heard continuously as I did that, so all right, let's keep it going. Okay, what is Taylor Russell's, wow, her external feeling in the past? What is her internal feeling now? Oh, in the past, and then what is her external feeling currently? These are flipping out so freaking fast. All right, what is her internal feelings currently? Okay. All right, let's get into it. Bottom of the deck here is the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Moon. Okay. So with these three cards, with the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Moon, what I noticed most is the fact that there's a sense of balance and there's a sense of reciprocity. One would always give what the other would give back. So there wasn't this unequal thing going on. Very balanced relationship. Regardless of whether it was a friendship or a romantic relationship, Page of Pentacles tells me there was a friendship underlying it all. So there was a camaraderie between the two of them at the end of the day, very balanced. Which tells me that they might be soul tribe, meaning that they might actually resonate on a deeper level where they could always come to the understanding that they're friends and that they're very, like, they understand each other. Very sweet, childlike energy coming through. Okay, let's keep it going. Just want to make sure all of these are in order. Okay. So, what is Timothee Chalamet's external vibe in the past? What was his external vibe? We have the Hanged Man. He was very unsure about her. He was actually deliberating externally how to come off or how to appear to the public. So he had to kind of let's see the rest, because I feel like there's more to this story. We have the Ace of Pentacles. He wanted you guys to think that there was something going on between them, by the way. So externally, he had to play the part. I don't know if they had a movie together, if they had some role together, but I'm getting the sense that he actually had to come off as if there was potentially a relationship for PR. So there was this energy of like, let's make it seem as if we are or we're not. Are we? Are we not? There was this energy of just playing with people, because the Hanged Man energy tells me that. It tells me, let's make people think or consider the possibility of something being there. Let's play with this. He's very playful energy coming through when I go into his energy. He feels playful. And I feel like they both had an agreement with that, because when I see the Four of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles, that tells me the idea of a relationship externally was a thought. They were thinking, like, should we perceive or have people perceive that we're in a relationship? Four of Wands is like, yeah, we're successful, we're celebrating together. Look at these two people holding hands. It's kind of like we're victors. Neither of us are victims, we're victors. So we're going to take whatever we can from the situation and make something out of it. They were very open to just kind of making people think whatever they wanted to think, and it was on you if you thought that. So that's the energy I'm getting externally with these two. Now, with regards to how she felt externally, let's get into that. She felt the world. She felt like he was someone she met in a moment, and this was something that was necessary, or like something that transitioned for her. Meaning that she felt like everything happened in divine timing and was very fluid. The world transition. She saw him as a beginning, a new beginning, and a whole new world. So she was very open to the idea of meeting him, open to the idea of getting to get to know him, and then seeing how things go. Very cyclical nature, very peaceful. There's a sense of peace about this relationship, whatever this was, and in the energy of the past as well. The past energy that I'm looking at right now with you guys feels like she was getting out of this difficult situation with the Ten of Wands, transitioning out of something difficult. I don't know who she was dating or what she was dealing with in the past, but she definitely saw this as a transition and a breath of fresh air is what I'm hearing. My spirit team, clairaudiently, I'm getting breath of fresh air with Timothée. She felt that way. She felt like this was a new beginning. Look at that, guys. The Wheel of Fortune. All right. So yeah, she definitely saw this as a breath of fresh air. She was like, I'm free, bitch. Like, she felt like she was freed up. Something free, like she felt freed up with the opportunity, with the role, focusing on her work, on her career. She's very good at focusing on her career, Taylor. I feel like even if she feels like she's not, she's really actually very like invigorated by her career path. Her career path is very much her own. So we have that energy of them trying to like kind of play around with the idea of being potentially considered in a relationship, but were they? We'll find out. At the middle, we didn't actually look at the middle. What is that? The Six of Wands, success. So this was very career driven. This relationship is very much a friendship that had benefits. I'm hearing potential benefits, and I'm feeling like they both were very empowered by this relationship. Six of Wands. Okay, so let's keep going. What's his internal feelings? What was his internal feelings at the time? The Tower, he felt like she was like a huge upheaval. Timothée felt like Taylor was a huge, like, he felt like he had a moment where he's like, whoa, this person came into my life and they shook things up. He feels like she's a really exciting person. Guys, when I see the Tower, that tells me that he thought she was all about it, all about her, because he felt like she was just so cool or so dramatic in some way in his life. Not even like a personality, but just her presence in his life felt like huge, impactful. What did she feel internally? We have the High Priestess. She knew there was something more to this, or she felt like there was something intuitive or something. She just felt like a camaraderie with him. And I feel like this is definitely like past life. I'm feeling like there's a past life significance to these two. I feel like something happened in the past and was resolved in this life with them. In whatever role or capacity they were in, meeting each other felt fated. Look at that, guys. That's pretty cool. Let's get at the external feelings right now. How do they externally feel for Timothee, he feels communicative to her. So externally, he would love to just talk to her. He'd love to catch up with her. He'd love to just have a conversation. Very open to it. Very open energy, very young, very flighty. When I see the Knight of Swords, it also tells me that he's also very like unhindered by anything. He feels like he's still like pretty, despite how dense the energies around him are, like the people, like the film, the artists, the celebrities, the actors around him, he's a very young and very light energy. Wow. I don't know what to say to you guys. For some reason, I just need to tell you guys, he's a very strong energy to get through the number of dense energies that I've seen him go through, and to still be this Knight of Swords towards her. He's still open. He's still like, hey, how are you? Catching up. He would love that. How does she feel externally? Wow. Ace of Swords, communication. She also would talk to him. She would definitely want to clarify some things as well externally, but she feels like he is true. She feels like he's true to himself, and she feels like she's true to him. There's a very sweet, but like very sincere and honest energy about these two. They've had conversations, important conversations that they needed on their career path and on their trajectory. Definitely, the two of them have had really, I don't know, it's like key moments. I feel like Taylor brought him clarity. She's very intuitive. I feel like she said something to Timothee that has changed his trajectory. Something she said to him affected his path. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like he wants to tell her, hey, you actually said the right thing. You actually told me something I needed to hear. You actually helped me with this. I want you to know that. It's something, he needs to tell her something. And I feel like she also needs to tell him something. I feel like they both received a lot of wisdom and insight from each other. Huge. Whoa. I love this energy. What is his internal feelings towards her? He feels like she's a strong energy. Timothee feels like Taylor is strong, very determined, very tough. He really respects her. I'm just getting respect right out of the gate, all of that in a bag of chips. I feel like he's just really all about respect for her, reciprocity. They both feel like neither of them gave too much. Both gave just enough. What does she feel internally? Whoa, Two of Cups, guys, and the Chariot. Wowzers. Okay, she feels like he is a soulmate. She feels like there's something close. They have some closeness to them. Like, no matter what happens, at the end of the day, this is what she feels towards him. The Two of Cups and the Chariot, and he feels like she's strong. I wonder, and let's see. Let's look into this. Was there anything romantic, Spirit, between these two? Wow, so they had a lot going on at the time. I feel like in the past they had to focus on mainly just getting through a lot of things, and they ran away at the idea of being in a relationship. So they did not have something prior. What did they have prior? A change in the wind. They recognized that there was a change coming. There was a shift happening when they met each other, and that's why we have the Tower and the High Priestess. These two met each other at a moment where they needed each other, and I feel like they recognized that, and I feel like almost like that preserved the relationship. If they had gotten into something prematurely, like physically or romantically, it might have affected how they listened to each other. So please keep that in mind when you meet people too. Like sometimes there's people you meet that you resonate with, and you're thinking, oh, I wonder what it would have been if we had if we had had sex, or if we had had a relationship. And it's like, maybe it's best if you guys just were friends. Sometimes there's relationships that come into your life that are very impactful without that. You don't need that. Here and now, present energy. They were very present when they met each other. Wow, regeneration. I don't get this card a lot. So they definitely have a loyal energy with each other. Look at that, loyal heart, community, or by the book. When I saw this card, I thought community. They feel like soul tribe. They feel like they look out for each other. So there wasn't a romantic relationship, but there definitely was an interest in the sense of a soul level. They have a soul level relationship. I wonder, let's look at their trajectory. What is their trajectory, Spirit? What is Timothee Chalamet and Taylor Russell's trajectory? Working together. They're going to definitely collaborate again. Most definitely. Yeah, 10 of Cups. They're definitely going to work on some project together. They have something coming up, and I hear like directorial, or someone's going to be in a director's seat and they're going to cast the other person. Something around that, like something like that is happening. I just keep hearing editorial. I feel like the 9 of Swords is coming through, which is weird. Why is that coming through? Oh, don't worry about it. They need to stop. They need to not worry about the idea of working together because of what people will do and how they'll try to mess with the idea of these two. If either of them are in a relationship, this will not mess with whatever they have going on if they decide to collaborate. I feel like there's worry, there's anxiety coming in, or there's some deception creeping in with regards to money and people trying to use and abuse their relationship in some way to kind of, I'm hearing filter things and make people think that they are together. Something about that, they're fearful about that happening, misconceptions happening. They played around with it in the beginning, but I feel like they're now like just, they respect the relationship, that now they're like, we should kind of go at this slow and steady and come to this place of collaborating at some point. Will there ever be a romantic? Wow, very introspective relationship. I don't see romance at all. I see more so like them talking about deeper topics. Like they have really deep conversations. What is their trajectory in love? Is there any trajectory there, Spirit? Is there a trajectory there? I just keep hearing Timmy. So like, I don't know. I feel like she's a little too mature, more so mature for him, in the sense that I feel like it wouldn't be emotionally fulfilling. I feel like neither of them want to be tied down in some way as well. So since my camera's overheating, I'm going to end it there. But thank you guys. I hope this helps you understand the dynamic between these two. I just definitely don't see them being in a romantic relationship. I see that they are focused on their career path and that they want a camaraderie to remain. But that if they were to get into something romantic, it wouldn't go well, basically. They would move on into something more emotionally fulfilling. So that is what I have for you guys today. I hope this helps you understand them a bit better. Like I said, please like, share, and subscribe if you really enjoyed this energy exchange and information. Please also consider becoming a member as well by clicking on the link below in the description box. But until next time, I hope to hear from you guys soon, and you take care. Bye.